So this is day 30 since I arrived at Spain. I haven't done a video report for 2 or 3 days. I'm now halfway between Montalegre and Chaves in Portugal, both of which have peninsular war significance, that I won't go into now. This particular road is very quiet indeed, and I've just come out of one of the national parks of Portugal, which I cycled through for about 30 miles or so. And a couple of days ago in particular, I was faced with a series of hills that averaged in excess of 8%, and so bad that the one was a 5-kilometre descent, and it was so steep for 5 kilometres that I had to keep stopping and putting water on the brakes to try and cool them down, otherwise they're smoking with all the work. So I've begun to burn through this new set of brake pads quite quickly. So on that day I didn't seem to go far, maybe 20 miles or so, but that was in 9.5 hours, and totally exhausted myself, even though I was eating and drinking constantly throughout the day. Don't think I've quite drunk enough. It's a vicious circle. Near the end of the day, as exhaustion sets in, it's difficult to discipline yourself to keep drinking. Also, the drink gets hotter, it heats up in the hot afternoon sun, and your body can't digest it as quickly, which makes it harder. So it was quite a sight at the end of that day, and it took 3 hours trying to find somewhere to camp at the end, so I had to keep going. So I took it easy and drank more yesterday to compensate, and then I appear to have picked up a slightly different problem with similar symptoms, whereby I get a headache, and I suspect that was due to lack of salt, which happens when you drink too much without putting the salt back in. So I've had a couple of teaspoons of salt mixed into the stuff I've been drinking this morning, and the headache's gone, so that's probably that. If it's potassium deficiency, I'll try and eat more bananas and they'll take care of the potassium, because I can't be doing with all bran. It's too much hassle trying to eat a breakfast cereal in a hammock without spilling it. Sam enjoyed the campsite last night. He had his own little stream within about 5 yards of where we were camped, and he also had a little field within 8 yards of where we were camped. So little field, quite a big field, perfect for him to chase sticks in. So I've been throwing sticks and stones for him to chase in that, and he lies in his field as if it's his new back garden. Anyway, he's lost it now, so we'll have to find him another one. I think this is perhaps the 5th day from Porto. Might be the 4th. I did just check, and where I am at the moment, equidistance between Montalegre and Chaves is 75 miles as the crow flies from Porto, which probably means it's 100 miles. So 100 miles by road, I mean, so that wouldn't be bad if it was 4 days. The park, although steep on hills and mountains, gave some pretty breathtaking scenery. Okay, partly breathtaking because of the hills and cycling up them, but got some very nice photos of the hills, and also of Sam with some wildlife. Well, I say wildlife, a tame ass and a cow. When I get to Chaves, I'll be turning around going due south on a different road that comes past Porto, well to the east, and then there's a bridge I want to look at, sort of level with Porto but to the east of it, and then I'll carry on down another 50 miles or so down to Busaco, which is more or less due south of Porto, but a little bit in from the coast. So that's my plan. I planned it. Bye for now.